Henry Detweiller came to Peoria from France in 1837, learning to pilot a riverboat at age 15. That skill later served him well during the Civil War.
And he apparently did a lot of, transporting materials and even horses. There was something about he had transported $25,000 worth of horses. And it was hazardous duty, him going through the riverways and during the Civil War, but he was very successful, never lost a ship and everything. So, and plus he knew Abe Lincoln, and he got to know him just during their riverboat travels, because Abe Lincoln would go up and down the Illinois. And plus he had other friends too, P.T. Barnum, and he's just a fascinating romantic character. The curly unruly hair, I guess, and the goatee. Every photo of him shows him with this goatee. It looks exactly the same from the youngest photo to the last ones that we have of him. Yeah, Henry was a man, true riverman in more ways than one. When he wasn't going down the steamboats down the river, then he was collecting ice during the winter, storing it in the summer, and had quite a lucrative ice business back in 1870, which he started with Nelson Woodruff, who was Mayor Woodruff's father. The two of them split, though, a few years later, and so those two dominant names come up in Peoria history as far as the two big ice companies, the Detweiller Ice Company and the Woodruff Ice Company. So everything was built around water, whether it was liquid or whether it was frozen. He and his wife, Magdalene, he married her here in Peoria, and she was also from the same part of France that he was from. And they luckily met here and married in 1848. They had 7 children, and 4 of them died before he died in 1903. And there's names on every one of the stones out here, because all 7 of their children are buried with Henry and his wife, but his wife's stone does not have her given name, which is very ironic when you go through and look at it. But that says a lot for the time period too. Beloved wife, because a lot of it was based on the man who had the stature in the family. But she died in the 1880s, and some of the reports that he was devastated by her loss, and of course they had a lot of tragedy in their life. His son took the time, Thomas, gave the Peoria Park District 140 acres back in 1927. Now this was way, way up north of the city. Everybody thought, what a waste of time and money and a donation to the community. But Thomas picked that area, which we know now as Detweiller Park, because it overlooked the river, which his father would have loved. And out of that has grown, Detweiller Drive, Detweiller Golf Course, Detweiller Marina. You can't get away from it, and that is, it's as dominant a name as I think Bradley is here in the community.